And Friday again, Friday the 10th, we're at upper body. We have 2 parts. We have 4, 5, or 6 rounds, tricep kickbacks, plank presses per arm, bent arm raises, front raises, and then we have, that's a mistake. That is a mistake. Plank holds. Well, I mean, you know what? I can leave it. So we did plank holds last Thursday, but you know what? Planks are really good for you. So I'm gonna leave it and we're gonna do plank holds again. It's a different timer, but planks are like a full body workout. So that's fine, we can do, I mean, usually, like when I was at the gym I was at, we did planks way more than once a month. So it's fine. Okay, so that's 2 a timer. So tricep kickbacks, plank presses. Tricep kickbacks. I'm in my bent over stance that I was mentioning in week 1. Plank presses, this is the one that rips you. I'm gonna buy wristbands and put them on my elbows. I say that, I've been saying that for like 10 years and I just forget anytime I'm at the store because I'd have to go into like a sporting store to look for them or whatever. But I'm gonna do it because it's worth it. So rip your elbows off, rip your skin off. These are your plank presses. Can be done kneeling. Bent arm raises. And front raises. And then plank hold again for part 2, which elbow plank, hold it. Okay, so tricep kickbacks. So this is again that stance that I mentioned in week 1, your bent over stance. So we use this stance quite a bit and we use it for our tricep kickbacks. So tricep is the back of your arm, okay? So you're gonna get in your stance and then you're gonna put your arms like this, okay? So they're gonna be bent. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna extend backward, return, extend, return, extend, return, extend, slow lower, extend, slow return, okay? So it's very simple. Again, if you are not sure what's going on, you don't feel anything, you're supposed to be feeling it in the back of your arm. So when you tighten like that, you're gonna have like this little indent here. That's your tricep, that's where you should be feeling it. Plank presses, okay, so this is the one, like I said, it's gonna rip up your elbows. You can try to do a yoga mat or try to do a towel. I try to do all kinds of things all the time. It's definitely most comfortable with nothing, but then you're gonna have, like I literally have permanent, I don't know if you can see, maybe it's not as bad anymore, but I had like permanent dark spots from doing this on a carpet at the gym. I still have permanent dark spots on my knees actually, but yeah, it gets really bad. And I don't know if you ever had carpet burn, but it stings. So anyways, I'm gonna show you in kneeling, but this will usually be done in high plank if you can. If not, you're gonna drop down to kneeling and then you can also do it off of a height. So you're gonna start on your elbows and you're gonna pick one arm to start pressing with, so my right. So I'm gonna press, press, return, return. 1, press, press, return, return. 2, press, press, return, return. 3, okay, that's kneeling. High plank, you might want to open up your leg base a little bit. Press, press, down, down. This is where you're really going to rip them up if you're doing it in a high plank stance, because it's so much pressure when you go down from being that high off the floor. It's already, yeah. And then if you need to do off of your height, I have to do these two. I don't know if this chair, yeah, I can use this chair. Just make sure you have your chair up against something so it doesn't move on you, okay? And then, so what I was saying that starting hand is because then when you switch sides, your sides are your hands. So if you start pressing up on your right and then you get to 12, now you're gonna start pressing up on your left hand, okay? So that's what changes the direction, is which hand you start with. Bent arm raises and front raises. So these are both very simple. So your bent arm raise is Start it off with bent arms, just like this. Bend your knees a little bit, and you're going to just lift up at the shoulders, return. 1. Lift up at the shoulders, return. Up, down, up, down. Make sure you're nice and, level. And then our front raises, bend in your elbow and raise to the front. Down, raise to the front, down. Notice my elbows are slightly bent. Raise to the front, okay? So you want to make sure that you're not flying way up here, that you're engaging your muscles, and the same thing with your bent arm. You don't want to do something like that. That looks kind of like a circle. You keep it bent and only rotate at your shoulders. Here, only lift up, okay? So those are your rounds, and then part 2 is plank holds. I'm not going to show you the plank holds. You can pick either high or elbow. So I guess if you did elbow last week, you can do high this week, or you can do both elbow. So the timer is going to be 25 to 30 seconds of work. That's your choice. You can pick 27, you can pick 31, doesn't matter. We're all going to rest for 20 seconds. And then 4 RPT means rounds per Tabata. So in your timer app, where it asks rounds per Tabata, what it's essentially asking you is how many times are you doing this thing? So we're doing it 4 times, okay? And that is week 2, halfway.